Real
Coming to you live on this Tuesday night, it's the NBA on 2. And obviously the season's just begun, but never too soon to check out the power rankings. Let's see how these teams are stacking up. They're obviously disappointed with how things are going. Momentum working right now against them.
Well, right now for this home ball club, they're just right now outperforming those preseason predictions. And that's because they're getting help from some unlikely sources.
Now the starting group for the visitors. A-Train is out there with Muhammad. Then it's Dub. Then there's the Doctor. And it's Walker in at the point guard. We've got Money. Mitchell is out there with buckets. That's Goose. And it's Miracle Man in at the 4. Passes it to Dub. Misses the baby hook. Here's Miracle Man. He dishes it to T. Early on, Brent, what are some of the intangibles you look for in a team that may be taking the next step?
First of all, is the player who's returning that's shouldering most of the responsibility, is he any better than last season, Kevin? Has there been some growth in his game? Secondarily,
the great ones always grow.
They always do, and they're really sharp usually coming out of summertime, and they're ready to go. Second thing is, has the roster been tinkered with a little bit or tweaked a little bit to enhance what it is that the skill set of the star player is going to provide for their team throughout the next 8 months of the season?
Here's Washington. Rebound by Mitchell.
And I'm not sure that is a shot that he should be taking.
No, he should know better. He knows that's not his game, which is why we don't see him take that shot often.
Here's Washington, and it's blocked. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. They get the rebound. Here's Miracle Man. The jumper's good from inside 6 feet.
Second chances are a great measure of what a team is doing in terms of their effort on a nightly basis, and that was some serious effort there.
Here's Washington. Really played well against Houston in his last outing. The shot by Muhammad. Nobody around. Drills the three-pointer.
When he's hitting that shot, this offense becomes scary, even more difficult to defend.
Yeah, no question. When he is connecting from those kind of spots on the floor, it is just a huge boost for what they can do offensively.
Teague, the pass to Butler. Mitchell outside. 5 to shoot. Goes up again. Shot's good by Butler. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Now Walker, taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. And he gets it to go.
Well, that's how you draw it up right there. A screen to shed the defense, a quick move to the bucket, and you get the lay-in.
Teague against Muhammad. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Taking 2 shots. Shooting 2.
And he makes the first. And so he hits both.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Outside, Walker, and the call will be against D. That is his first foul of the game. Home team on D. And there's the pass to Muhammad. The kick out to Walker. Just 5 to shoot. From deep. Here's Tubb. Yep, that one goes in there.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Are you asking me, GA? I'm not sure.
Goose, the pass to Butler. Here's Goose. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Goose has got his second basket of the game.
There are only a few players in the league who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
Pass to Dub. 8 feet away. Tipped away. Teague with a clean look. Kept alive. Kicks it out to Mitchell. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Count that one.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
To the paint. Here's Goose. This is his first free throw of the game.
At the line, Goose. Taking 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. The Erasers checked in for Dub. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. Outside, Walker. Six on the shot clock. Shoots from 12. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2. Gone 5 of 12 from the field since the opening tip. Mitchell passes to Butler. To the middle, stolen away. And here we go. Here's Washington. Here's the Eraser. Passes it to A-Train. Kicks to Muhammad. Shot clock at 6. The pass to the Eraser. Missed it, even after all those chances.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Here's the teardrop. And it's Mitchell missing. Gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. To the wing right side. Here's the Eraser. The shot from the low post is good.
Timeout.
I just think that's trouble. You're gonna let that guy shoot layups. You're asking for it.
Seems like nearly everyone, Brent, can shoot the 3. Records being broken every year. How long do you think this age of shooting is going to last?
The tipping point, I'm not sure where that is, but the fact that the Houston Rockets in the past 2 seasons have done what it is that they've done, shooting more 3s than 2s for 2 consecutive seasons, is just a mind-boggling thing to me, Kevin. I
But
think,
where has it gotten?
well, I think that we're kind of at
The tipping
maximum.
point.
I think we are at the tipping point. I don't know how much more you can do, but the teams that are seeing those other teams having success with it are trying to emulate it
They are.
without the talent that you have. So the next few years are going to be interesting to see how it is or where it is that a transformative player maybe brings the game back towards inside the three-point line, or what strategies change to create even more three-point shots.
And let's take a look at at the numbers for Mitchell. Averaging 15 points a game, 6 assists and 4 rebounds. And he's done his share of the work for the team, definitely making an impact.
Well, the numbers, if you look at them, impressive all the way around, and he's not letting the team down.
Outside Turner. Pass to the main. Down low, picked off in midair. Here's the eraser. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And a chance to take a look at some numbers for Walker.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
He's off on the first. Bottoms, he's checked in for Mitchell. No luck that time either.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Count it.
That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
Passes it to the eraser. It's Young on the wing. Shoots. That doesn't fall either. He's missed his first 2 shots tonight. Here's Turner. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Now that's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference. Not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
Inside, here's A-Train. That's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts.
Well, that just scrambled the defense all kinds of ways with that great initial pass.
Bottoms, the pass to the kid. Here's the Mayor. There's the pass to the kid. Knocked away. And easy 2 points on the layup.
Well, if you're giving up that much height, the only thing that you can do as a defender is to foul him.
From deep 3-point range, it's Clark with the rebound. Gone 50% from the field in the first quarter, 8 of 16. Here's the Mayor. He's coming off a 10-point game again. Here's Bottoms. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Well, we get a look here now at the small forwards with the fastest hands in the league and generating the most steals per game. You take a look at the A-Train, 5th in the NBA. Very crafty player.
And this is the set of guys that can do as much or more damage with their defense as they can with their offense. They know how to swoop in for a steal from anywhere on the floor.
Just a great job of anticipation. These guys defend the entire court in transition, in the half-court set. It doesn't matter. They're out there agitating, disrupting, doing everything they can to unsettle an opposing offense.
Brett, so many guys are now shooting from well beyond the arc. Who do you think has the deepest range in the league?
I think Steph Curry has the most consistent, deepest range.
Lillard is in that category.
Lillard is in there, and of course, last year's playoff win will never go away in terms of what a great memory that was. Trae Young is now entering that category, Kevin.
Yeah,
I mean, we saw that at the end of last year. His fearlessness in pulling up from just about anywhere has been pretty remarkable. And to that, I will add one Brook Lopez, who has found his way well beyond the three-point line.
He's a whole nother conversation.
We'll talk about him later.
We'll do that. Here's the eraser. Tries again, and he lays it up and in. The eraser's got his second basket of the night.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
The Mayor passes to Bottoms. Pass to the Mayor. Pass to Clark. Shot left block. And that's off the glass and in.
Love the assist. I mean, he knew exactly where that bounce pass had to be to create that opportunity.
And he banks in the layup. There's 37 seconds left here in the first quarter. Here's the Mayor, who's averaging around 5.5 points a game.
Well, that's how to protect the rim without fouling. Force him into an awkward release and a bit of an adjustment on the layup.
Passes to A-Train. Here's the eraser, and there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time. The eraser's got 6.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
From deep, and that one released in time, but no good. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. The home team, they're up by 2, and the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. Close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. Guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Well, pounding the boards is one way to gain an advantage. They simply owned the glass in that first.
Well, if you get physical out there, you can control the glass, and that helps you to control the pace of the game.
In this game, 45%. They've got the eraser. Also Young out there. Jay out there with Dub. They get a hand on it. Here's Bottoms. And the pass to the kid. Here's the Mayor. Clock at 6. Pass to the kid. Here's the Mayor. But they recover it.
That is a product of pure effort, guys.
I agree, and that's nothing new coming from him, GA. He loves going to work on the rebounding, going to work on the board.
Stick with fundamentals there. Shot goes up, box out, or he'll destroy you.
To the left wing. Second chance shot. And the layup is good. And it's 6 points for Dubs.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Here's the Mayor. Turner passes to the kid. Here's Bottoms. Pass to the kid. Fade away. The rebound by Young.
You get a feeling that he made that much more difficult than he had to. No reason why he had to fade away on that jumper.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, over the last few years, there's been a lot of talk about seeding playoff teams 1 through 16, regardless of conference. Now, taking the top 16 teams is a tough sell, especially for owners whose teams are in the relatively weaker Eastern Conference. Taking 8 teams from each conference and then cross-seeding earlier than the finals is something that does seem possible down the road. The reward for fans might be a finals matchup with the 2 best teams in the league. Kevin?
Interesting ideas. David, thank you.
And as things present themselves throughout a game, teams have to adapt on the fly.
And timeouts are a wonderful opportunity to just settle in and recollect the thoughts of your entire team. Not just the guys playing, but the entire team, Greg.
substitutions.
And a moment here to see the numbers for Goose. He's right around 13 points a night, 9 rebounds, and just over 2 blocks. And he's been a rock in the middle for them over that stretch of games. Dominating the glass is his trademark.
I feel like those rebounds are wearing down and eroding the opponent. His effort right now, physically and mentally, has been good.
Butler attacking. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Wow, he got whacked on that, which shouldn't be much debate there.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
Taking 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one misses. A-Train, he's checked in for Duff. He doesn't get the second one.
And for him, that is an ugly trip to the line. Rarely do you see him do that.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Now, here's Walker. Pass to Washington. And Muhammad has it in the corner. Over Teague. Muhammad, no luck. Gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Butler passes to Goose. Comes up empty here. That puts him at 3 for 6. It's a close game here in New Orleans. Next up, they'll face the Suns. That'll be in Phoenix. That's game 1 of a 3-game road trip. And here is Muhammad. He had 19 points in the win against the Rockets in Houston. The pass to the eraser. The 11-footer. The shot misses. Pass to Miracle Man. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
At a decent 44% clip here. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Ahmed with it. Taking a look at his stats. He's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Washington passes to Walker. It's blocked. And they get it there. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Now here's Butler. D right on him. Got a piece of it, and they're able to recover. Second shot opportunity. Here's Goose, and finally they hit one. Goose has got 10.
And they continue to control the glass. And doesn't like how things are going right now.
The timeout before the timeout here, maybe just to cut off the momentum and have a chit-chat with the team to settle down.
Outside, Walker. Passes it to Muhammad. Here's Washington, defended by Butler. The eraser. Oh, that's blocked. Here's Teague. From down in the low post, it goes.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Walker the pass to the eraser. And looks like the illegal kick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
This is one where the second foul is probably going to cost you some minutes in this game.
Gotten exactly half their shots to go down here in the second. 5 of 10. Outside Butler. Mitchell in the corner. They grab their own miss.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. Back to Butler. Mitchell outside. The pass to Goose. Dishes to Butler. Shot clock at 5. To the inside. Makes that one his 6th of the night. Shooting a very healthy 6 for 9.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
When it comes to choosing, Brent, the MVP, the Coach of the Year, the Rookie of the Year, all these different great awards, do you like the current voting structure for these big awards right now?
I don't mind the current voting structure. I don't know how you get away from what it is in terms of handing people ballots to figure out who it is that they think have earned those awards throughout the year, Kevin. What I don't like about the structure is that you have media members who are voting on things that have huge financial ramifications for organizations. And when that stuff happens with a player who's going to earn a supermax contract because he made an all-NBA team, what you're going to start doing is restricting smaller market teams from being able to afford the ability to keep their star player with the team. And so that needs to be fixed and fixed immediately.
I do not like the media. Wait a minute.
Wait. That's
I am the
you
media.
are the media, Kevin.
Strike that. Let's rewind.
Can we delete that?
A moment now to see the numbers 14. He's putting up 13 points a game, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. And guys, he can just explode for points anytime he steps on the court.
Well, he looks to score, and he looks to score often.
Here's Walker. Pass to Muhammad. Here's Washington. Teague covering. 5 on the clock. Washington passes to the eraser. The fader. Not going to go that time.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Shooting it with more confidence now. Look at his face. He didn't look quite right in the opening minutes. Finding it now.
Pass to Muhammad. Here's Washington. Passes to the eraser. Shoots a fader. No good on that one.
His touch has left him in this quarter. Nowhere close to the kind of output they need from him.
And that one's good by Butler.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
Now the pass to Washington. Pass to A-Train. To the paint to end the cold streak. He takes it up and lays it in. Washington's got his second bucket.
How about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Goose, the pass to Mitchell. Inside. Here's Miracle Man, and that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Walker against Butler. Walker the pass to Washington. This one for 3. Doesn't go for him.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Pass to Mitchell. Here's Goose. Scores the bucket. He's 7 for 11 and continues to look good.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense. And they're allowing too many points in the paint. Coach is going to let them hear about it.
Yeah, coach knows that. They know that. In the timeout, they're going to hear about it, make the adjustment.
We've got 1:55 left now here in the second. Here's Tubb. Off target from the wing.
Not a bad shot from the mid-range. The D's giving it to him, and he's usually got an eye in that kind of range.
2 points. That one goes.
Well, he made some kind of adjustment to his game after a poor first half. He's been impressive shooting the ball during the second.
To the left side wing. Here's Washington, defended by Butler. 6 to shoot. No basket with that shot, having trouble finding his range. He's 1 for 5. Miracle Man, the pass to Butler. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Butler's got 4 this quarter.
And the jump shot has been a dimension of this game where they've had a clear advantage.
Here's Washington. As you can see from his numbers, he's been a key component in their offense. He's averaging almost 18 points a game.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
35 seconds left in the first half. Passes it to the main. Pass to the kid from about 19 feet. Muhammad grabs the board. Just 29% in the second quarter. The offense is suffering. Pass to Dub. From deep three-point range, and he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's the home team with a 21-point lead to end the quarter. Their defense has been active and effective. We come back right after this.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Boy, what a crowd joining us here for our halftime report. I'm Ernie Johnson alongside Kenny the Jet Smith and the Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. Taking a look at this home squad. Kenny?
In terms of their offensive performance, that was a very well-played half of basketball. Good ball movement off the ball, hard screens being set, and they found the guy for the open look. That's how they were able to shoot such a tremendous percentage from the field. With that fluid, efficient offense, they'll be tough to catch in the second half.
Shaq, let's get your insight on the visiting team.
Well, they struggle in a number of areas. Protecting the rim is really at the top of the list. They haven't made that a priority. They haven't put forth a whole lot of effort. You got to protect the rim.
And now with the second half about to get underway, let's send you back courtside. See you, everybody, with Kevin Harlan.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. We've seen a tremendous game from Goose.
And those extra chances mean so much. And he has shaped the game with the way he's been pulling down those offensive boards.
And the team appreciating all of that dirty work going on. His activity has been phenomenal.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Money out there with Miracle Man. Then it's D. Then there's Buckets, and it's Goose in at the center position. Passes it to A-Train. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
Yeah, exceptional play there to take the bump and still get it to fall.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And with an 86% free throw average, you can count on him to come through on most trips.
So far, very efficient all around, about 55%. They've got Washington. Ahmed is out there with A-Train. Then there's Jay, and it's Dub in at the 5 spot. Here's Mitchell. They get a bet.
And a better box out saves them 2 points there.
It didn't seem like anybody was really aware there to go and collect that rebound in the possession.
Walker taking his time here. The pass to Dub, just 5 on the clock. The 9-foot shot. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. Walker's got 3 assists now in this one.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
And there's the defensive 3-second call. Puts it up off the inbound, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
At the line, taking 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. And so T gets 2 free throws. Gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Mitchell against Walker. Lays it up off the glass. Walker's got his second basket.
they're going to have to come up with a better matchup. This guy just too much speed.
Mitchell against Walker. Here's Miracle Man. Takes that one, his 6th of the night, shooting a very healthy 6 for 9. Gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Mitchell against Walker. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
So I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw missing. And he sinks the second. And so here's the home team. Now Mitchell. They've been leaning on him for a decent chunk of their offense. He's averaging over 15 points a game. Butler from outside. Knocks down the 3 ball. Butler's got 9.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Here's A-Train, and they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. He's got 8.
Yeah, they've only missed 1 out of their first 5 shots here in the second half, guys. Their offense really moving well, ball snapping, and the shooting looks to be in great rhythm.
Right side, Butler from 13, and he hits the jump shot. Butler's got 5 points in the quarter.
And yeah, he's not messing around. He wants no part of a comeback in this one.
Well, he's grabbed a tee and a blanket because he's putting this one to bed.
Here's Washington. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. Walker's got 4 assists now tonight.
That's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
At the line, Mitchell. At the line for 2.
And the first one at the line is good.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
And Mitchell drops them both. Gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. That one good for 2. 6 points for him. Gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. Pass to the kid. Lays it up and banks it in. The kid's got 6 points.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
Passes to A-Train. Shot clock at 5. Shoots the 3. rebound by Mitchell. Gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Picked his pocket. And here comes Walker, leading the fast break. Here's A-Train. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And these are his second and third free throws tonight.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. The Mayor is checked in for T. Both shots good from the stripe. Gone 5 of 7 from the field in the third quarter. Let's see if they can keep it up. The kid passes to Bottoms. He kicks it to Mitchell. Lets the 3 fly. That shot is off. Gone 6 of 9 from the floor here in the second half. They've got to be happy with that. And there's the pass to A-Train. That shot off the mark. 56% in this game, really stringing quality possessions together offensively. Goose, the pass to the Mayor. Here's Bottoms. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Just 5 to shoot. Here's the 3. And it's Mitchell missing.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
The Mayor passes to the kid. Good on the shot. The kid's got 4 this quarter.
Now, there's some easy offense there. Keep finding looks in that area, and their shooting percentages tonight are going to be off the charts.
Can't hit from in close. On 1 of 4 and 3-point shots here in the third. On the wing, Mitchell. Here's Goose. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. He'll take his third and fourth free throw shots of the game right here.
And 74%, so-so. He probably wouldn't mind seeing it a little bit higher.
That free throw, no good. Turner's checked in for Mitchell. And the second free throw, good.
Yeah, and their free throw shooting has really improved here in the second half.
Gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Pass to Walker. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. 8 points for him.
And he waited for the last possible minute to get that one off. Made a sick adjustment right before he let it go.
Pass to the kid. Here's Bottoms. Passes it to the kid. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. Outside, Walker. The pass to Dub. Pass to Washington. Lets it go from the wing. No good that time. Gone 7 of 11, a lucky field goal percentage here in the third. Here's the Mayor. And there's the foul. It'll go on Dub. That's it for him. He's fouled out of the game.
And he has to take that long slow walk back to the bench here. He'll watch the rest of this one from the sideline. Yeah, and luckily they've got terrific depth at that position. If there's one spot on the floor where they can afford to lose somebody, that would probably be it.
Diallo, he's checked in for Doug. Here's the mayor. That's tipped, and it's going to be out of bounds. They'll keep possession. Goose is checked in for Diallo. Just 3 to shoot. Here's Miracle Man. And that one goes long.
You get a feeling that he made that much more difficult than he had to. No reason why he had to fade away on that jumper.
Comes up empty down low. Gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Here's Bottoms. Out to the right wing. Here's Miracle Man. Scores the bucket. He's 7 for 11 and continues to look good.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Washington, a good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Washington's got 9.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Here's Bottoms. No good with the layup. Washington passes to Goose. Over to the left wing. .106 left to play in the third. Down low, here's Washington, and that's good. Lead pass to get it done. Washington's got 7 points here in this quarter.
A tough first half, but it's been a different story here since the break.
With some arc, and it's good on the layup.
When the player gets a feel for that floater, it can really make things tough on defenders. You're just not sure how to guard them and where your point of commitment is.
There's 38 seconds left to play in the third. That one goes. Count it. Goose has got his first bucket in this one.
Now catching the lead pass at full speed, terrific anticipation. And the delivery, Kevin, on time, on target.
Here's Goose. Good for his 8th field goal. He's attempted a dozen shots. The visitors with the ball. Up next for them, the Grizzlies at the FedEx Forum. They're in the midst of this long 6-game road trip. That will be game 4. Second left, and that one drops. He's got 10. And so it's the home team controlling the game and finishing the quarter with a 20-point lead. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. We'll return shortly. And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Here's Butler. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. Goose out there with Miracle Man. Then it's Turn. Then there's the mayor, and it's Butler in at the point. Basket counts.
Of all the action happening there, Kevin, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look and a great setup for the bucket.
And stolen by Butler. Oh, and the jam by Butler.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely great. That makes the turnover even more painful.
And the gamble paying off.
And that one, good.
Not sure which clips they watched at halftime, but he has figured out how to attack the D, and they kept him in check in the first half. He's flipped it.
1 minute now into this fourth quarter. Here's the mayor. Something Commissioner Silver has mentioned, Brent, the possibility of a mid-season tournament. You ever see that happening?
It'd be interesting to see if that idea grows some legs here, Kevin, and adopting what it is that in soccer leagues in Europe have done for many years, because teams hone in on what those individual cups mean and the competition raises, and you earn something for the end of the year. If Commissioner Silver can find a way to get that done, it becomes very intriguing instead of an all-star weekend to have teams gather for a mid-season tournament with something on the line. Elevated competition.
Well, kids play that at high school. They play that in the college level. It would make sense that it could fit in the NBA as well.
It'd be interesting, and especially halfway through the year, to reinvigorate your fan base with something like that, I think would be great.
Good point. Teague, he's checked in for Miracle Man. So he gets them both. We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. Pass to Washington. Ahmed with it. Passes it to the eraser. And the pass to Washington. To the middle. Here's the eraser. Turner covering. That's all good, and that's his 5th basket of the game. He's shooting 5 for 11 now. Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. And Butler, here we go. Here's Goose. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Well, he's been doing it all night. Why not go back to it?
Yeah, he's feeling it. Keep feeding him until he misses.
Mitchell, he's checked in for the mayor. On the free throw, no good. And bird rights an important element in structuring the salary cap. Can you tell the viewers exactly what that means?
What it means, Kevin, is you have the ability to go into the above the tax to sign your own player, and so it doesn't cost you in terms of tax dollars. So if the player finishes his season, you have bird rights on that player. You can negotiate a number that's not going to impact your bottom line and cut into your salary cap. So very important when teams are maneuvering around and trying to get players on their roster for a season or two, that after that second season or third season over, that the bird rights still remain for them to extend him even further to keep him around the culture.
And the layup's good off the glass.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, the big man not going to slow him down from getting that deuce.
Outside Butler. Back to Mitchell. Outside Butler. 5 to shoot. From the arc. Good for his 9th make and just 12 shots. That's an even 75% shooting.
Offensively, it's been a perfect quarter for him. He hasn't missed a single shot.
Good D by Mitchell. Gotten every shot they've taken so far in the fourth quarter to go in. That's 5 in a row to start the quarter. Pass to Butler. Fires for 3. Shot is no good. Now 9 for 13 from the floor. Gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Pass to Washington. Got a piece of it. Butler with the steal. And here's the break. Here's Mitchell. The feed to Butler. Stolen. Here's Washington. Teague covering. Brent, a lot of teams will be paying that luxury tax, and that is a tough thing for a lot of owners to swallow. Is this the best method to deter teams from going over the cap and overspending and outspending smaller markets?
You're hitting the nail on the head, Kevin, because there are some teams, as much as you said it's tough for some teams to swallow, there are other teams that never see that pill.
Right.
And they're willing to go as far as they need to go in order to put a championship team on the floor. It seems to be working, but the question you had for me, was it a deterrent right now? I don't know if it's as significant as it needs to be. We know the repeater tax certainly hurts some teams, but there are still teams that are willing to spend, Kevin. That's really tough on small market teams who want to avoid that at all costs.
Good on the second free throw.
And they came out of the locker room after halftime with a much more physical approach than what we saw in that first half.
Okeke passes to Clark. Pass to the Mayor. With the teardrop, and the layup is up and in. The Mayor's got his first bucket of the night.
Now, that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
And the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
There's the pass to the eraser. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
This guy is a high flyer. I mean, especially for a power forward, and he needs to be as an undersized player.
Okeke passes to the Mayor. Here's Clark. On Thursday and then on Saturday, they continue the road trip heading out to Cleveland to take on the Cavaliers.
And Kevin, I think you have to look at this as an opportunity to take a step forward. Sometimes tough road trips can bring the best out of a team and bring you closer together.
2 shots. Relax on the first.
And that one falls for Clark.
And done a much better job from the line this half. They've gotten that percentage up over 80 for the game.
He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line. Of course, Dirk Nowitzki spent his whole career with the Dallas Mavericks. We don't see that much anymore, do we? From the beginning to the end with one team.
No, but I think we're going to still occasionally have anomalies like we did with Reggie being in Indiana.
Yes.
For the years of his playing career. Nate McMillan was in Seattle for his playing career, now coach of the Indiana Pacers. So there will be times where we'll have that once or twice. It's not going to happen very much, Kevin.
Not in today's
Not in
NBA.
today's game, and not with what's at stake.
Pass to the Main. From deep. And that one is off.
And you have to admire his confidence on that, but there's no way that's going to fall.
Coaches will tell you that's a bad shot, but when your teammates tell you that, you probably got to think about it.
Here's the kid. Passes it to the Main. The dish to Clark. And the pass to the Main. Drops it in from 11 feet. The Mayor's got 4 points now in the quarter. Gone 5 of 8 shooting as we've come down the home stretch in this final quarter. Maverick passes to the eraser. Last year, the average salary for a starting point guard, Brent, in the NBA, was the highest among all positions. Why would that be?
Well, with the way the game has changed, Kevin, there's certainly an emphasis on being able to find guys who are initiating offense, scoring the basketball, shooting three-pointers, and you're seeing a big shift in salaries between point guards and bigs. That's where the biggest disparity is. Centers in the league are getting less and less of an opportunity to have the extended big money contracts because the game has moved to perimeter, and if you're a big that cannot play on the perimeter, there's not a lot of teams that are willing to invest a significant amount of their cap space into the center position. They want guards and wings who can play out there and do the damage for them.
Pass to the Main. It's hauled in by Diallo.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
Passes it to the mayor. Here's Okiki. The pass to the mayor. Pocket four. From deep three-point range. That shot missing. Gone 7 of 11 from the floor in the final quarter so far. Been some solid looks for them. Here's Houdini. Off target at the rim.
And that's why he's not a top option for them right now offensively. They still cannot trust him even on those easy shots, Kevin.
Down low, here's the mayor. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. The mayor's got 6 in the quarter.
That is all timing right there. Just led him perfectly.
Jay, the pass to the eraser. Here's Maverick. Brent, we have seen some international showcase games the last few years. Do you like that trend?
Oh, absolutely. I like the fact that our league, we know how global it is with how many players from different countries are represented throughout the rosters around the league. But for our game to travel around to London and to Mexico City and have an opportunity for those fans to see what NBA basketball is like, I think it's an absolute win for the NBA.
I'd like to see more, actually.
Well, more time for those teams. The timing of some of those trips for some teams are a little bit tough in terms of the travel, but their appearances there mean so much more to grow the game globally.
That's to Diallo. There's 42 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Off the mark from 16 feet out. Pass to Okiki. High arcing shot, and he sinks the layup.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
Awesome to see their output tonight, trying to urge their team on, and that can always help. That home advantage of home fans getting you going, fully on display here.
So they get the victory here at home. It was a tale of two teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their...